Hey there, Soulshine. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. If you haven't already subscribed, I invite you to do so now. Become a part of my YouTube family. Hit the notification bell so that you know I've uploaded another video. Today, we're going to continue our conversation about vision boards. If you haven't already watched, I'm going to hit the. Is it on this side? It's on this side, I think. There'll be a little banner thing that comes up across that will have a link to the other video so that you can go and watch that if you didn't watch yesterday's video on vision boards. So today we're going to talk more about your vision board and where to hang them, why to hang them, and things like that. Yesterday I talked about vision boards and dream boards, and they're both valuable to have. I'm going to share with you exactly where to put everything on your vision board, the squares. Now here's the challenge that I'm having, is that one of the very important rules of using a vision board is you have to hang it up. At the same time, for those of you who've watched The Secret, you'll also remember that a lot of times people have put things on something and then put them away. And then they come back years later and realize those things came to pass. And that's because they let go of the outcome. They just kind of put it down, forgot about it, and therefore they weren't holding on tight, and so it allowed it to come. And that they unintentionally used the law of allowing to allow things to come in their lives. So in some ways it's a good idea to put your vision board up, but in other ways it's also kind of nice to forget about it. So you can choose whether or not you're going to hang a vision board up on the wall, or whether you're going to maybe create like a vision book where you can use binders and things and just kind of put things in of the things that you would like. It's your dream book. And then kind of every once in a while review it and see if you still want the things that are in there, if the things have happened in there. So that's one way to use it, and I don't think that that's a bad idea, but we're going to talk about using them as vision boards because it gets your vision going on them, and it helps you to process your beliefs about things. So the vision board you are going to put up eye level with the middle line on eye level so that it's not too high above you, so that you don't think your dreams are too big and too above you, and they're not beneath you. Like, you want them where they're in your line of vision. And when you look at your vision board, okay, vision boards only have one item in each square. That's really important, to only have one item in each square. The one thing that you focus on, and you can put all your stuff in your dream board. If you want your board, you're going to hang it up if you want it hung up, or you can do something where you're putting it away so you don't think about it, unless maybe you're like, oh, I achieved that, and then you can flip through your book and see if there's something else that you can put up there, things like that. And that way you can kind of choose which one feels right for you. If you do hang up your vision board, put it to the right side. So you'll have your vision board on the left and your dream board on the right. And part of that is because in our brain focus, the left will represent things that are in the past and the right will represent things that are in the future. So you'll be kind of working with the brain and the way the brain works. And part of that has to do with masculine energy is about things, looks more at the past, and feminine energy looks more at the future. So that's why they're on the sides they're on. And we'll look at a lot of masculine and feminine energy in this conversation. So you'll have your different things, and you'll have the one thing in each thing on your vision board. Your dream board, you can put lots of pictures in. You'll have one thing. You're going to use words, and you're going to use pictures. Pictures are activating your feminine side of your brain, your right brain, bringing in the visual, the creative side, and the words will bring in the logical left brain side. So if you use both, you're creating a whole brain experience for yourself. I like to handwrite mine out, and I like to hand draw them. Do not hand draw and do not hand write if you're going to spend your time looking at your vision board criticizing your artwork or criticizing your handwork, handwriting. So if you find that you're criticizing it, you need to change it up, because we don't want to bring in that negative criticism. But if you look at it and think things like I have one, I did my butterfly, I have a freedom butterfly, that's my money symbol, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it, it's so pretty. And those are the kind of feelings that I get when I look at it. I'm just like, that's so pretty, that's so cool, I can't wait until that's my experience. If I'm looking at it going, wow, those stick figures look awful, then it's bringing in the wrong energy. So you can use pictures for magazines that you download. Be careful, because I've heard of people who wanted to go to Disneyland, so they put up this picture with this little family at Disneyland, and I can't remember if they had a baby stroller or a baby, that the mom was pregnant. One of the two was in the picture, and I don't know if they got pregnant while they were at Disneyland, or if they were pregnant while they were at Disneyland, or had that baby, like whatever, there was something connected with it, because they weren't just creating Disneyland, they were also creating that baby in their mind's eye by focusing on that all the time. So be careful what's in your picture. Make sure it's everything in that picture is something you would really be okay with happening. If you're going to put it up, which I highly recommend, and you look at it, you have a couple of things to do. One, write down all the negative thoughts that you come to that, like having, oh yeah, I'm looking at some of those going, oh my gosh, some of the thoughts coming to mind. If I look at that and think that's impossible, write it down. That's impossible. There is no way I can make that much money. There's no way. Like, write down your negative list and then destroy it and somehow throw it away. Get it out of your energy. That's one great way to start getting that stuff out. If you know healing energy techniques, use them. If you haven't already watched my video on affirmations, I will hook it up. I think it goes on this side. I will hit the, I will put the banner up for my affirmations versus affirmations, so that you can start asking proper questions that will help you get yourself into that mind state. And get into a place where the idea is, while you're looking at it, to get into how it feels, get into this buzzy, I'm one with it energy. So you're getting rid of the negative and you're bringing in positive things. That's why affirmations are so great, is because they start asking you questions that get your reticular activating system actually looking for the solutions to what you want. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Every time you begin to get anything off of your board, celebrate. And say you have that you wanted to make $5,000 in a month, and you got somebody that was supposed to pay you on the 1st, but they paid you on the 30th, and so that made you hit your 5,000 mark. Don't say, oh no, that was supposed to be for this next month, so I'm not going to count it. No, 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 no. If you got it in that month, celebrate it, success it. Yes, you did it. Take it off your dream board, put another thing up. Because then you're telling yourself that you got it, you achieved it, and you can do it again. It's not about the thing. My example for that is I have changed out 44 YouTube subscribers to 111. And part of that was because when I looked at all of my channels, I have this channel, I have my Michelle Mormon channel, where I specifically am talking about my religious beliefs. And I have 2 channels that I started years ago, but I never did anything with them. One has 1 subscriber and one has 5 subscribers. But every time I look at it, I'm like, I gotta count those. Those are subscribers. And I didn't specify on my vision that they were subscribers to this channel. So I'm like, well, then I'm gonna celebrate them. And so when I added them all up, I had 45 subscribers. So I celebrated it and I took it off my board and I put 111 up. Yay! And that's really important. You got to celebrate everything. You find a penny on the ground, celebrate it. You just got some money. Whew. Okay, I'm going to talk really quick about the sections and why we have them. Okay, so I told you we're going to talk more about masculine and feminine energy. The masculine energy is your left brain, your left thinking, and the feminine is your right, the creative side, the logical side. And so that's how you're actually going to line up your board. Things that are more logical are going to be on your left. Things that are more spiritual and emotional in nature are going to be on your right. So you're going to have your wealth, your material section, and your education. They're all going to be on your left. You're going to have spiritual things, love, and your fulfillment, because those are all really strong emotions. They're going to be on your right. And then your center section, reputation, health, and fun. Because when you really think about it, they kind of really do a little bit of both. They're going to pull in both sides of the energy. And they're a little more whole in activity. So that's how you want to line them up, so that while you're looking at them, you're engaging the left brain over here, the right brain over here, and the center brain. Time-wise, you want to give a few seconds to each one of them. It may be that you spend longer time in one section if you are writing down things. If you feel triggered by a particular section, you may spend more time in that area to get rid of some of those triggered emotions. One thought that's coming to me is writing out, I received this much money this month, but is great because you write the but and then you write what comes to mind, but what comes to mind. And that's a great way to get some of those things out, is to get the yeah buts out of there. Yeah, but here's why I can't do it. Yeah, but here's why I can't do it. And so you start getting some of that out of you. So you want to focus a few seconds at least on each of them. If you want to engage Abraham's Hicks thing, he has a 17-second thing that if you can get in that space of having for 17 seconds, that'd be awesome. So if you could create 17 second sections for each one to fill in that vibration. And this is buzzy, like you know it's coming feeling. That's what you really want. When they talk about feel it, that's what they're really wanting you to do, is get into that place where you feel it in your body and you know it's happening. So you have that. If you do put your dream board up there, look at your dream board first, because it gets you in the place of your why. It gets you in the place of the big picture that you really want. And then you focus in the now, in the present, of creating those things, moving those things into a past. Now, is there anything else more I want to tell you about vision boards today? Nope, I'm just going to put up the vision board square so that you can see the 9 sections I have. Like I said, I have a bonus section that I'm just putting YouTube, and I'm just going to call it my YouTube section. Some people do have 12 areas. Some people put their vision boards in a frame because they feel like that if you care enough to put them in a frame, then you're telling yourself that they are really valuable to you. I have mine on a poster board, and that's okay. You do want to have some order, so you want it to be as neatly and orderly as possible, because then it's telling your brain, we're organizing these, we're creating this in an orderly fashion, instead of all over the place where sometimes you don't know where to look. It doesn't mean you can't bring creativity into it. It just means you need to give your brain a little bit area to focus. You're going to focus on this area for a minute. You're going to focus on this area. Train your brain to focus. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. I hope that you absolutely love it. I hope you start using vision boards, and leave a comment below. Tell me if you have used vision boards, if you think that they work, why they don't work. Let's have a conversation about it. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful, and I will see you tomorrow.